Either you are in contact with your special someone, your counterpart, your desired partner, or you are not in contact after all. And now the question for you is, because maybe he doesn't say anything even when you are in contact, yeah, he's doing fine now. He's definitely doing well. You might know from the past that it was always like this, that he was living it up, partying hard, all sorts of things. And you don't know anything about him anymore. And right now you want to know for yourself, is he doing well? Now without you. Is he missing anything? What's going on with him? And that's exactly what we're going to ask now collectively. We're tapping into the energy now, the most present energy that wants to show itself, and we'll take a look. You know, collective readings, the person cards are gender neutral. Please always adapt it for yourselves. And a collective reading can't be 100% accurate for everyone. We are in the collective. And no matter when you watch this video, I want this to be a message for you in this very moment. A very warm, wonderful hug to you and a galactic thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for your presence. And now I would say, let's go. Is he or she, if you don't mind me asking, doing well at the moment? Is he truly taking complete care of himself, his overall well-being, his personal needs, his favorite hobbies, and his close friends? Let's take a look. Is there perhaps something on his mind when it comes to you? Something he's not saying? Is what you see out there in the world around you really what it seems to be? All right, I'm interrupting them. Your loved one is going through a change, a transformation, a metamorphosis. This is a transition. He is also transitioning from something. And he is on the move a lot, yes. But in which area he or she is so active, we will see in a moment. But what is clearly visible here is that there is a turning point regarding lightness. Something isn't right here. All right, Beerots. This is also about conflict. Arguments. So yes, a lot of movement, but there is some kind of confrontation. He or she is being confronted with something here. And there are also some self-doubts being shown. There are definitely discussions. And I would say, in terms of timing, that this has been going on for a while now. So it could be 2 days, 2 weeks, or even months. And I would also say, judging by this connection, by the energy, that it might have been going on for quite some time already. Something he or she has kept pushing aside, something they didn't want to see themselves. Well, now they're catching up with us here. They're really very present now, the mice. But I actually think that's absolutely great in this connection, because with him, there's a complete breakdown visible. This situation is really getting to him. It's wearing him down. This situation, the disagreements, a change, a transformation is happening here. Somewhere he wants to get out. And as I said, there's a lot of activity. Let's see, what is this activity? For him, it's a tormenting feeling that he has. And something is also diminishing. Self-doubt. Maybe he was always confident in himself, but that is definitely diminishing as well. So the things he always told himself, that he was fine, that everything looked good on the outside, those are now fading. That's no longer the case. But with him or with her, I definitely see this area very strongly pronounced as well, that he feels unloved. And unloved, that's a very present energy, collectively speaking, because we've been experiencing this for quite a while now. And everything is getting delayed, so nothing is really working anymore. And yes, maybe he's late everywhere too, because we also have delay involved. The time, everything is moving way too fast. So I would say his time management, something just isn't right. There's no routine, nothing is left anymore. Yes. So definitely pressure, complete restlessness in communication. And here again, it's very clear. Doubt, self-doubt, decay, inner conflict, sorrow, tears, worries, inner tears, definitely. And he or she is also in this area when it comes to satisfaction, love from the outside, happiness, completely in doubt. It no longer makes him happy. There is absolutely no lightness to be seen here. I feel so much heaviness, especially when it comes to relationships. This is really weighing on him. We can see the withdrawal very clearly. We see a reduction in several things here. So there really is a kind of decay. We have the doubts about himself, and you are also on his mind. Definitely. So what is clearly shown on the outside, I can already tell you, is not the case. Inside, things look completely different for him. He doubts happiness. He doubts relationships, friendships with others. They are under extreme pressure. So if you look at him from the outside or know him and think, yeah, he's having a good time now, totally relaxed and recharged, nothing is relaxed, not at all. On the outside, it's pure entertainment. So he's the best actor ever. Honestly, I'd say he should really make acting his main profession, because right now he's absolutely perfect at it. That's what makes it perfection. And it takes a lot of effort to make sure no one can see how he's really doing. Because to be honest, I see him lying here completely lost. I feel the heaviness. Every movement is hard for him. He has to do this and he has to go there. And maybe invitations, all sorts of things. It's a real hustle and bustle here. There's a lot of action going on. There's a lot of activity happening here again, but it's activity that actually brings him no joy at all. It's just exhausting for him. And this, what we saw earlier, what's doubling up, is also related to his time frame. The stress doubles. His time window is far too small, and even when he does something, it feels to him as if it takes twice the effort. So I have it lying here. No sense of ease at all. And then we have the next point, which also comes into play and is something we should keep in mind as well for our discussion. He is restless, even at home when he's there. There is also the change. The change, a decision has to be made. A decision must be reached because he wants to get out completely. Here we see the change manifesting, the shift towards lightness. The change is shown very clearly here again, even in the domestic sphere. He wants to get out. He wants to break free from it. I no longer see him in a state of comfort here. Not at all. Arguments, quarrels, confrontations. Here I see absolute unrest in communication, whether in the family, among friends, no matter what it's about. Even at work, there is complete turmoil. There is chaos, stress, nothing works anymore. It's also possible that he really takes a break for himself. No matter how. He just can't go on anymore. He's totally, well, lost. No strength, nothing. And that's exactly what he feels inside. It always worked before. But now something is showing up here. He just can't keep it up anymore. He doesn't want his current situation at all anymore. And now you come into play as well, namely the heart. His heart is really calling the shots now. He's really crawled out and says, all right, boy, now listen up, okay? Here I am. And now you're going to dance to my tune. That's what his heart is telling him, because I can feel that very clearly. And you are in his heart. That's where the memories come. That's where the past comes up. No matter whether you were ever in a relationship, maybe you just saw each other somewhere once. What? You are here in the memory of your special someone. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Getting to know each other, a relationship, or just at the bakery that you happen to see each other. Because there was a touch to the heart, and for him, it's incredibly strong. Even if you haven't met anyone yet, it could also be that you, I think those two had this quite strongly here, that there's something there that he, yes, in the near future, this could be 2 weeks, 2 days, or 2 months, that you meet someone and you see each other. And for him, it just clicks. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Cupid's arrow has struck right in his heart. The memory of you keeps coming back. As I said, it doesn't matter whether you already know each other or not. It could also be that you're watching this video and saying, no, I don't have anyone by my side at the moment or anyone special in my heart. But then you meet someone and maybe he tells you about his story. And then you remember, wait a minute, I watched my reading. That's exactly what is being shown here. Because this is the harbinger for you. As I said, maybe you've already had a relationship, a getting to know each other phase, no matter how and no matter how long ago it was. He's not happy at all anymore. Not at all. He shows himself as a jerk actor, the best ever. And then comes the heart, the connection with you, the memories, and above all, what concerns a relationship. I see him lying there very thoughtful about a relationship because now he wants change. He wants lightness. He is now ready to commit to something serious. But he still has no clue how to really go about it. Because his insecurity, his restlessness, I see all of that here in his actions. But he wants the change. And after this reading, he will come out of it. I see slow movements, yes, because right now, at this very moment in time, everything is very, very difficult for him. All right, if we take these two here again. It could really be the case here. You know, with time, you always have time in your own hands. That's why I'm always very careful with giving time frames, because people tend to cling to them. But I was told 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever. But those 2 months could also turn into 2 years. That's up to you. So up to 2 years. So as I said, right? But with him, really, what appears on the outside, what you see, what you notice, nothing is as it seems. And maybe also what you don't notice, but maybe you do feel it. You say, oh, whoa, what's going on now? What kind of illusion am I maybe stuck in right now? That's not an illusion. If you feel that he loves you, then that's the real thing, because I sense that energy very strongly, since I feel the connection between the two of you is very intense. And that's what he ran away from, the feelings, the love. As I said, the heart is going full throttle now, you know, and it's saying, all right, buddy, listen up here. I'll show you the way, and now you're really going to dance to my tune. I'm setting the rhythm and the direction. And there you are. And that's what he hasn't seen or felt all this time. Now he's entering that space. That's what's happening inside him, while on the outside something completely different is being shown, like black and white. You are always in his thoughts, you are truly in his heart, and you are always present within the deep, meaningful connection, always. And he's still a bit stuck here with this relationship. Yes or no, how do I manage all of this? But it's all in such absolute chaos that he's caught up in. Because everyone is pulling and tugging at him from all directions. Right now, he can't really get anything under control anymore. Nothing is working out anymore. And there are far too few hours in the day. He just can't manage it because everything is moving so slowly. He has actually lost control over his life. But right now, he is in the process of transformation, of complete change, moving toward a bigger transformation so that stability can return here. The new beginning, the transformation, the change, everything is in the process of healing. The tables are turning completely in his favor, and that's what he wants. And that's what he's aiming for. And then the dog. And for him, this isn't just a flash in the pan, not a farce. No, this change is long-term, lasting, absolutely permanent. So it's not just a brief snapshot, you know? And then in 2 weeks, well, yeah, everything's back to, let's just drop it again. No, absolutely not. Because he truly wants to commit. And if this trust is growing more and more, trust now in this overall reading, let's bring that trust fully into love, into belonging. And there you are again in that sense of belonging. And that's what this path is about. The heart shows him the way. And the way truly leads to you because you are in his heart. And now we have the clever fox here, indeed. he still needs to be careful. But he is very clever and also has this instinct. And that instinct, again, is the heart, this intuition. And he follows that too. But there is still something that lies dormant here, just a little bit, because he still isn't quite sure. His uncertainty. Is he mistaken? That's what I mentioned earlier, where he's still a bit back and forth, a relationship that seems so thoughtful. Will this work? Doesn't that work? What's the best way for me to handle this? And there's still just a tiny bit of doubt. He's still caught up in whether he's mistaken. But just a little bit. The bigger part is the heart, and that's what leads the way. Yes, the camouflage on the outside, the mask, or even the collection of masks, depending, also becomes visible. And that's what he presents to the outside world. There will always be a lot of masks being put on and taken off so that he can manage everything. So, what else do we have? The lines. Okay. He is now here for confirmation, to add once more, on the path of change, once again moving into surrender, sensuality, finding balance for himself, forgiveness with you, and so that he can find peace with himself again and fully come out of everything because it has caught up with him. It really comes like an avalanche, the whole thing. This is a pure hurricane. But he is coming back into balance, and the longing is showing itself very, very, very strongly. And here we also have the will, the harmony. That is what he is missing. He is missing harmony, connection, belonging. And look, what else we have here? Just noticed we also have the heart included. So everything is really coming together completely. It could really be that something will happen quite soon. But as I said, the timing is up to you. So I would say in the next few months, yes, something could already happen here, but it could also be a matter of days. Trust yourself, trust in love, always listen to your heart and to what you truly want. Take some time to reflect and ask yourself, where do I really want to go? Where do you want to go? How do you want your life to be? How do you envision your future? I know you always do everything perfectly. You are wonderful. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for watching, and now I wish you a wonderful, beautiful evening.